Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, I want you guys to just check the description box below because this is in no way bashing beauty bloggers or beauty gurus, because without them I would be completely lost when it comes to makeup, just as I'm sure a lot of you guys would be. However, I have noticed that a lot of their tips just did not work for me. I would watch makeup tutorial after makeup tutorial after makeup tutorial, and I would try to do exactly what it is that they did, try to use the same products, and my face just did not turn out very well. With that said, I actually came up with kind of a technique of my own that worked well for me. So this side of my face is going to be what I'm doing correct. This side of my face is going to be what I'm doing incorrect. So I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned. So right off the bat, if you kind of notice something different about the different sides of my face, this side I used a primer oil on my skin. I'll link it down below. This side I just used a moisturizer. So as you can see, this side is already just more dull looking, more like dry looking, if you will, and this side looks more luminous. So start off with a good base, clean face, that kind of thing. The first thing that I'm going to do incorrectly is use this Smashbox Photo Finish primer. And the reason why I don't like this anymore is because it's great for blurring out lines and pores, but it is incredibly drying. So let's go ahead and apply this, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit. Yeah, it makes my skin feel like super soft and just like a perfect base for makeup, but it just doesn't work. So on the correct side of my face, I'm using this Dr. Brandt. It's the Luminizer Primer. So it's hydrating, at least it's hydrating for my skin, and it kind of gives you this illuminating look. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit. Okay. So already you can kind of see one side is just more luminous. This is an old pimple, we're gonna cover that up. One side is more luminous, one side is just more dry already. Okay, next thing that I'm gonna do incorrectly is apply my foundation with a dry beauty blender. And applying your makeup with a dry beauty blender, it just adds to the cakiness, I guess. So yeah, as you guys can see, as you guys can tell, I love the coverage it gives, but it's just dry and cakey. Obviously. Looks gorgeous, not gonna lie, but over time it's just gonna settle into all your fine lines and it's just not gonna look very good at all. So that's one side. The correct side, I'm actually gonna start off and use this Farsali Rose Gold oil. So yes, I did use a primer oil on my skin already, just a little bit, but I love this stuff because it's very illuminizing, if you will. So just like a few drops, nothing cray-cray. And then we are gonna use a damp beauty blender to apply the foundation. And the reason why it's better to use a damp beauty blender is because it just makes your foundation look so much more like skin. So just kind of put that in. And I don't know if this is a foundation tip for you guys, but when you apply your foundation, like put it here first and then blend it out. I kind of learned that the hard way because my neck would always be a different color than my face. But this makes it just easier. Okay, so yes, it looks more like, I don't know, oilier, but we're gonna fix that. I just think it looks more luminous. This side looks more dry already. We're gonna conceal using the same concealer for both sides, but on the wrong side, I am going to cake this crap on. And I would just see a lot of, are you watching a lot of makeup tutorials about people caking it on? And I'm gonna blend it in. My beauty blender's slightly damp from previous, but that's okay. It's still not gonna look any better because of how caked on it is. Okay. On the correct side, I'm actually going to put a dot here, put a dot here, put a dot here. And since this is the NARS Creamy Concealer, since this is buildable, you start off with just a little bit and then work your way up. So if you feel like you need more coverage, you can always add more. But I just find that this way gives me more flawless finish and look way up. So that way you can make sure it gets kind of all into those fine lines and it doesn't crease as much. And again, all with a damp beauty blender. Okay. And I can definitely tell I need just a little bit more coverage, so I'm gonna So already, this side feels very dry, and I don't like the way it looks. This side looks way more luminous. Next up is powder. So this is where I would always run into trouble because yes, even though the skin looks flawless on this side, I'd powder it up and then I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, oh my gosh, my skin just looks dry and cakey and terrible. So here's what I'm going to do incorrectly. I'm going to take the Laura Mercier setting powder, nice big poof. I'm going to put a bunch like this, and I'm going to let that sit. And then for the rest of my skin, I like this Urban Decay Velvetizer. Kind of makes your skin feel really velvety, and it helps make your makeup last. Again, with a nice big poof. I'm just going to take a bunch of it and set the rest of my makeup. And then we're just going to let that bake. We're done baking. I'm just going to wipe away the excess, like so. Like I said, makes my skin look really flawless, but see how it settles in? Settles in. So, the correct side, same products, however, I'm just going to use a teeny tiny bit on my poof, and I'm actually just going to pat it in. I'm not going to let it bake. Like I said, a teeny tiny bit is all you need. I'm going to set it. And then anything extra, wipe away. Alright. Because I still like the coverage that the Mercier powder and the Illuminizer gives me. I like the feeling, or the Illuminizer, the Velvetizer. I like the illuminating or the soft, smooth feel the Velvetizer gives me. But if you don't use it correctly, it's going to make your skin just dry and cakey looking. So, for this stuff, I just take a kabuki brush. You don't need a lot. And just kind of gently set your makeup. Like, I'm using extremely soft strokes. If you want, you can do a little patting, but I don't like to do that. Just extremely soft strokes to kind of set it in. So, that is pretty much the foundation and concealer routine that I use. If you want, obviously, if you want more coverage, build up your concealer. But yeah, this is the side that I did correctly. This is the correct side. This is the incorrect side. Skin is very dry. And it feels dry. Feels really dry actually on this side. And actually this side feels softer to me. So I'm actually just going to finish up the rest of my makeup. I'm going to wipe off the incorrect side, finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I will see you guys back later.
Alright guys, so I am completely done with my makeup and my skin is breathable, but I also have fairly decent coverage. It's luminous, it's dewy, it doesn't look cakey at all. I can wear this all day long. So I hope you guys liked. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.